Hello! I am the Witch of Jasmine and welcome back to my channel. I've got a brand new tea light for us today. Today I have a reading for Virgo moons. How are you today, Virgo moons? I hope you're doing well. For all my friends who are still in the middle of winter and are in a cold climate, hope you're hanging in there. We're getting close to the end of winter, so that's good. So as I'm shuffling out your cards, I invite you to take some deep breaths. To calm yourself, ground yourself, center yourself, get relaxed, get comfy, and let's see what we've got going on. There we go. All right, let's take a look at your cards. So for the Oracle card, we have Emotion. Sorry, there's a noise. With Cancer and the Earth element. Okay, sorry about that. All right, tarot cards, we have Page of Pentacles, the Star reversed, Page of Swords, Knight of Chalices reversed, aka Knight of Swords reversed. Or sorry, Knight of Cups reversed. Two of Pentacles reversed. And lastly, Five of Wands reversed. So for this Oracle card, I actually want to read you the quote that comes with it. So like in the little book here, there's a quote for each card here. And this one says, "A flower falls even though we love it, and a weed grows even though we do not love it." So the idea with this card, what it's advising you to do when it comes up, is learning to control your emotions, specifically in the sense of not getting too emotionally attached to what is going on around you. Because a lot of times things are just going to happen. And looking at this spread that we have here, which I think what we're talking about, some of it might already be happening for some of you, and some of it might be coming for some of you. Either way, a really good first step you can take right now, or step you can take right now, is kind of getting back in control of those emotions and kind of stabilizing them so that it's easier to get through whatever it is you need to get through, right? Because having emotion is a good thing. We want to be attached to things. We don't want to go through life completely numb, of course. But also, it's true that things are just going to happen regardless of what we want, of how we want them to go, what we want them to look like. right? So we have to find, everybody has to find that balance of, okay, what am I going to fight for and going to feel through and all of that stuff, and what is ultimately just not helpful enough that I need to actually just let go of it and just let it be, or deal with it without all the emotion. And that's going to look differently for everybody, right? That's part of healing on the inside. The really tough work that feels like it's never going to end, right? That's one of those things. Unfortunately, that's the case, but also it is what it is, right? If we want to get through life, this is what we have to do. Get through life not completely miserable all the time, right? Doing this kind of work is better than doing nothing. So, oh my gosh, sorry, I feel like my chair is squeaky all of a sudden. I'm like really feeling that energy of like, oh my God, I have like something to do here, but there's all these distractions and all these things stopping me. I don't know if you can tell, I'm having to like pause because there keeps being these random noises. So yeah, that's definitely the energy that's coming through here. So, all right, let's get into the details here. So I think I want to start off here in the center of our reading with the Star reversed with Two of Pentacles reversed. With Two of Pentacles, that's about balancing two things, balancing like your work life and your personal life, right? Balancing your relationship, a romantic relationship, but also balancing like family and friend relationships, like balancing two big things. And so when it's reversed, that tells me that things are out of balance. And I, especially given the context of this reading, I'm feeling like you have to give so much of your energy to something that you really just don't even want to give your energy to. But I would invite you to ask that question of, is this really worth my time and energy as much as I think, right? Am I giving too much of myself into this thing when I would much rather be giving more time and energy to something else, right? And I would especially ask you to consider in terms of, if I keep giving this much energy to this, do I really have as much control as I think I do? Or do I feel like I'm kind of just giving my energy into this thing that is a bottomless pit? Or something that I actually don't have any control over at all, right? Or do I have some sort of illusion of control that's not really there, right? And because we have the Star reversed above it, that symbolizes a lack of hope and optimism. Do you really see it going anywhere? Like, for example, if this is a relationship or a job, something that you have to pour so much of yourself into that's just constantly asking for more and more and more. And you don't even really see it getting much better, right? You're not going to get promoted, right? Things aren't really your boss is never going to be actually happy with you, right? Or your partner is never going to be satisfied, or you don't think you want to stay with them long term anyway, right? That kind of thing. And again, a lot of times they very specifically make it so that there is this illusion of control, right? They make it seem like, oh, well, if you just do a little bit more, I'll be satisfied. Well, if you could just, give me a little more time, if you could just change the way you do this, right? But in reality, it's just never enough, right? So that's why you have to ask yourself, do I really think that things are going to change? Do I really think that this is worth this excess of time and energy I'm giving to this? And be honest with yourself, right? Because I think the price is very, very high, right? It's causing you to be very imbalanced with your emotions. And that's not the way you need to go through life, In fact, given that we have this Page of Pentacles here with this Knight of Cups reversed, right? I feel like you are being closed off to opportunity, right? Page of Pentacles a lot of times is about embracing a new opportunity or seeing something new in the world, experiencing something new. And because you are giving so much time and energy to this thing, you're closing yourself off from those things, right? You can't explore. You can't try new things. You can't get to know new people and go to new places when you're just feeding into this thing so much. And to be honest, I think even if you somehow found time to squeeze in, you know, purposefully trying to go somewhere else, you don't have the emotional bandwidth to appreciate it and to enjoy it, you know? I think something is really taking away from that. I'm wondering if, because we have this Five of Wands here, I'm wondering if you think that the fact that you're struggling with all of this is like a you problem, that you should be able to fulfill these needs, you should be able to do what this person or whatever is asking you to do, and the fact that you can't is like a failure on your end. These things that you think are problems are actually just like petty, right? And you should be able to rise above it. I'm wondering if that's how you're feeling, because that's kind of what this is giving. Again, I don't know, I feel like it's an illusion, right? And the fact that I kind of feel like you're turning it on yourself, or maybe they've been turning it on you, right? Like, you should be able to do this. I don't know why you're struggling so hard, right? But then at the same time, you're like doing literally everything you can and are completely drained from it. Yeah, if that's the case, I don't think they're being honest with you. I just don't see that here. And at the end of the day, it's obviously not for me to tell you what to do. It's not even for the cards to tell you what to do. This is something that you need to look at yourself and decide for yourself, right? All I can ask is that you just consider these things. Because, I mean, if you really feel like there is something worth fighting for that you actually realistically, genuinely think can happen, then all the more power to you, right? But that's kind of what it looks like here, is like maybe you have an idea of what you want, or you feel like you should be able to achieve this thing or whatever, and you can't. It's too much, and that's okay. And whatever you think you're fighting for, it might actually not really be realistic. And that has nothing to do with you or any failing on you. That's just simply life sometimes. It's okay. So, all right, I'm going to leave that there. I feel like that's kind of a lot to chew on. So, yeah, I think that's it. But if you have any questions about this, or if you'd like any part of this clarified, please let me know. You can leave a comment, or you can just reach out to me, whichever you prefer. On the shorts part of my channel, I have hundreds of shorts videos where I talk about each of the cards. I talk about their upright meaning, their reversed meaning, as well as any symbolism within the cards. So if you'd like a little more information about any of them, or if you're feeling particularly drawn to any of them, I recommend you go check that out. But Virgo moons, I am wishing you so much strength moving through this, and I am wishing you lots and lots of clarity. Because a lot of times these are questions that we don't really want to know. We don't want to know the answer to, right? But getting through these questions and thinking about these things, it can only benefit you, because either you'll see that you need to do something else, or you'll feel more strength and more conviction and feel more clarity that you know what you're doing is right. So I am wishing, whatever the case is, I'm wishing for nothing but the best for all of you. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye!